What is the subject for the evening? Man's true nature. Good. It's really a very good question. Who is a man? Or who am I? What's my true nature? Am I really what I am thinking of myself? It's a direct approach to the truth. When you talk about the man's true nature, there seems to be some untrue natures also. Otherwise we won't be even wondering what is man's true nature is. The very fact, some of you have asked me to talk about the true nature of man. So then what is man's false nature? Let us see that, because truth is rather difficult to experience right away. Probably it's easy to understand what is not. By knowing one, we would know the other automatically. And again, who is asking this question? What's my true nature? I am asking this question of myself. What is my true nature? Is it the true nature asks this question, or somebody else asks this question? What is my true nature? Since ages, all the great thinkers, all the great sages and saints and prophets asked these questions of themselves, and many of them seem to have found an answer also. And they asked us all to find out the answer, even though they said who you are. They asked us to find out from our own experience, because what you hear need not be an experience. You have to experience it. So let us begin from our normal level, from our ordinary understanding. What is your nature? Or who are you? If somebody asks this question of you, who are you? What would be your answer? Certainly each one will come out with some answer, probably it would be all different. It's something like a man looking for a job and going with his resume, just to introduce himself. Who am I? This is me. I'm so many years old, and my name is this, and I have this long title, front and back. I have so many letters added to. I have been interviewed by so many people. I have acted in such and such way before. So this is me. So what is our resume then? First of all, you may say, I don't know whether in the resume you don't say was born on such and such day. No? Normally you don't give the date, birthday. Do you still? Do you still say, I am so many years old? In your resume you have to give that. Okay. Let's begin that way. I am 25-year old. Now the question is, who is 25-year-old? You say, I am 25-year-old. So before the 25 years, where were you? Were you there or not? What do you mean by that, 25-year-old? You simply talk about the age of your body. It's something like my house is 25-year-old house. That's all. Your age is that of the body. You are not 25-year-old. You got a body. On that day, and since then, you count the days and months and years. That's why you say, I was a young boy. Then I became an adult. Now I am old. Due to the old age, I am a little shaky. When you write a letter like that, nowadays I am a little shaky. You don't shake that I in your letter. I am a little shaky, but the I is still straight. Years before I was thin, now I have put some weight. Do you put a bold I there when you write? I was slim. You write in a small pencil, thin pencil. Then when now you say I'm a little fat, you take a different pencil and no, the I seems to be the same. Even the people who say I lost one of my limb, they still seem to use the same I. It's not a broken I there. Right? The I never shakes, the I never lost a part of it. The I seems to be the same always. A little child also used the same I am young. And the old man also used the same I am old. Even the crook would not say, I am crook with crooked eye. You know what is that I? The common I behind all these young, old, white, black. Even the white people, when they say, right, I am white, They still write black ink. The eyes seem to be black. So what is that then? What is it that was young, grows old, falls sick? What is that that's white, that's black? Certainly it's not you. Even though you say I am white, are you white? No. Your skin, not even your body. Your skin. You point out your skin. You identify yourself as the skin and say, I am white. I am fat. You are not. You identify yourself with your flesh. Misrepresentation. That is one way of answering yourself. That means you are not the body. You may simply say that you are white or black or thin or fat, short or tall, young or old. But it's all in connection with the body. And occasionally when you are a little sane, you say, my body is a little sick. You don't always say, I am sick. I don't know, my body is a little shaky. When you say my body, then who are you? My body, like my pen, my house. You are not the body then. If you are the body, you cannot say my body. You are the owner of the body. You own a body. It is yours, not you. If your car had a dent, you wouldn't say, I had a dent. No. Somebody knocked my car. Me and mine are different. Subject and object. But we don't really mean what we say. We seem to be using these terms easily. Sometimes my body, sometimes me as the body. So which is right? I really don't want you to go out of this hall and start saying, my body is coming, my stomach is hungry, my body is white, my body is black. Then they will think that you are all got a little crazy after the talk. Don't invite the Swami anymore here. But for the convenience sake, you use the same term, but you don't mean it. You can use the term because it has been used like that. It has become a habit. Just go with everybody, but you don't mean it. Do you know what I mean? Huh? Yeah, the American term is, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Huh? Don't they say so? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Well, if I don't know what I mean, why should I even say? That's what we seem to do. So we should really mean what we say. So at least this much is settled now, that we are different from the body, we are the owners of the body. we own a body. We live in this body, which is more or less a house. We built a body for ourselves, with the help of course, Mama. The beginning construction was done by Mama. A few months, she ate all the calcium, phosphorus, iodine, whatnot. So the body is not me, but I am the owner of the body. Okay, then what else could be me then? What are the other answers we give? Not necessarily always connected with the body. If you go still further in the gross level, sometimes you connect yourself with the country also. I'm an American. What made you an American? Because you are born in this country. You associate yourself with the country and you label yourself as I am an American. As you associate with your body and say, I am old, I am young, I am a boy, I am a girl. Even this male-female distinction comes with the body. When you identify yourself as the body, then you become a male or a female. That's all the difference between male and female. So all this big noise about male, female and liberation and this and that, it's just simply a matter of pound of flesh and bone, that's all. We don't seem to go into any depth. So what is the next thing that we sometimes identify? With your mind. With your mind, I say, because you are not even the mind. Mind is a sort of tape recorder for you. When you were sent, you were given a body, you were given a camera, you were given a tape recorder. There's a modern tourist like. And you were given a nice stereo camera, double lens camera, so that you can take three-dimensional pictures. These are the lenses. And this is the dark room. There's a film inside. Yeah. You have a hi-fi also. Your brain is the tape recorder. It records everything. If you don't want, you can erase it. So even the thinking, even the mind, even the parts that the mind use belong to you. You are the person who uses a mind. So according to the recordings of the mind, you identify yourself as a student, a professor, a doctor, a scientist. It depends upon what you record there. When you are a baby, you are neither a doctor nor a scientist. It's just a raw tape. Then when you begin to record ideas connected with medicine, when you finish recording and when you begin to reproduce it, then you say, yes, I am a doctor now. Yeah. So you are not a doctor really, you use a mind filled with ideas of medicine. You have a mind which has been stored with these ideas, computer like. And if any powerful magnet comes close by, you may get erased. You are no more a doctor. Sometimes what happens to your doctorate and this and that, when some screw goes loose here, finish. All your ideas, all your knowledge goes away. You are still there. Probably at that time you won't say that you are a doctor, you will say, I am a little crazy. Can we turn those lights also, the hall lights? Are there lights? Yeah, I can see the face as well. So what I am trying to say is this. We are not even our minds or the ideas that are recorded in the mind. We simply identify ourselves to be that. That's why often we say, my mind seems to be a little absent today. My mind. So you are not even the mind. Mind you. You use a stuff called mind. When you begin to record, if you are in the process of recording, you call yourself a student. When you are in the process of reproducing, you call yourself a professor. What does the professor do? He just plays back what he recorded earlier. Is it not so? I am not criticizing the professors. Please. The fact is fact. You recorded for a number of years. Now you finished recording and you are playing it back. But you are the same. The I within the student and the professor is the same. That I is just recording its tape recorder. This I is playing it back. That's all. The I is common. So the I is the same in a fool as well as a literate. Probably the fool didn't want to record anything. He cared not to, I don't mind recording. I don't want anything. But I is the same. So do not distinguish people according to their recording. That's what. You learn to respect the fool also exactly like you would respect a professor, because the same I remains in both. Without that I, neither the fool can say I am a fool, nor the professor can say I am a professor. That is the unifying factor. That is the spirit. That is the essence. That is the truth. The common I behind everything. And that is the part of that cosmic I, which often we call as God. God created man in his own image. You see. God as big I created man as another I. So it is that I which is the divine element, which is the real you. I am that I am. That I has been clothed in different ways. We have been given different makeups. In I we are all one, but we have given different makeups, different minds, different bodies, with different capacities. Why? To fulfill different functions. If all are brilliant, everybody would want to be the president. Everybody would want to be the king. All would be rulers and nobody will be ruled. And there is no superiority or inferiority in that. If you want a king, you should have subjects also. Don't think that the king is superior. Without the subject, there cannot be a king. So who makes the king? The subjects. Like the teacher and the student. What is the use of a teacher if there are no students? Often people ask me, are you a guru? I don't know. People make me a guru. You all call me guru, I become guru. That's all. It's you. So who is superior and who is inferior? No difference at all. They are all equal, essentially. That is why we say there is spiritual unity among us all. In spirit, we are one. In appearance, we are many.